There it goes. Now it's good.
All the way. Okay. She's the boss.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Hi, and welcome to Paratalk One-on-One. And today we have a very special guest, Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium, as well as Rody Speake, her assistant, and also paranormal investigator. Hi, you guys.
Hi, Hazel.
Thank you so much for
Nice
taking the
time.
Thank you for taking the time to do this because I know you're really super busy. So I appreciate that. So, Katrina, I wanted to ask you a few questions about mediumship because I know we have a lot of people who claim to be sensitive or feel like they might be sensitive, and this has affected them a lot. And they really don't know, like, you know, to look up to someone else that has gone through it. This is part of what I'm trying to do with these episodes, okay? So how did this start for you? How did you learn that you had abilities?
Well, I can say that it starts back from my first memory. I was probably 4 or 5. I had asked Jesus into my heart, you know, when you go to those Bible study classes, and they said that and they always told you that the devil was going to come after you. Well, it did. I was having dreams of snakes and things in my bed and people coming to talk to me. And I thought that it was the devil trying to keep me from being with God, because that's what I was. My mom's blind. So, of course, the only way that she could console me was there's nothing in the bed, you're having a dream. And so you believe that. You trust in your loved ones because it's hard. And one day, me and my brother got up at 2 different times. We stayed in a home in Michigan that has a lot of history. And I woke up to go to the bathroom, and there was 2 beings that were in my mom's rocking chair in front of the TV. And they glowed. They looked at me. I could see their eyes. I could see what they were wearing. And it scared the crap out of me. And I ran back into my bedroom and didn't go tinkle. But the next morning, my brother had the exact same story. And at that moment, I knew that it wasn't just my imagination. So we're looking at about 7, 8. You can't tell people what you're seeing. You can't, because, and I have been into 3 hospitals trying to find out what's wrong with you. And so all of my experiences have been more on the lines of something's wrong with me. I didn't have anybody telling me it's spiritual, you're seeing dead people. It was a whole different view. Right. I'm crazy, or the devil's after me. So you learn not to pay attention to that because it's bad, and you're a bad person if you do. I remember specifically many times when I was 16, and my children now are one is 19 and one is 15, and they went through the exact same thing. The story that you said, the empath of a 16-year-old having trouble. My son at this present moment is experiencing that. I guess I gave them the gift. They're better than me. I can tell you that they're better mediums than me. And they're experiencing a lot of problems with ups and downs, emotions. And the high school is full of those type of emotions for our peers, not being good enough, being something else. So I know that anyone out there that is experiencing this, the first thing you have to do is surround yourself with people that you trust, believe in. Here's one. Right. And trust what you're seeing. You don't need to be validated by anyone. Just write everything down, and that's what I do. I have probably 80 books full of pages. I text myself when things come about. That way I got a time dated, and you'll start seeing the things that are going on in your head. You have to trust you. And they come up with messages and meaning. I'm sorry I talk so long, but.
No. God, no, this is interesting Because, I talked about this in other episodes. Um, I know Rody has known me since the beginning, since I started, doing this as a paranormal investigator. And in the beginning, I had no idea that I was sensitive. It took time. And the more I went into these haunted locations, the more started happening to me at home. And I would get up in the middle of the night and take notes. And I'm like, I think someone's telling me something. And I would write it down and I'd give it to somebody and say, I think this is for you. And that's when my family started with, you're crazy, get yourself checked out and all that, which I did. As a matter of fact, I thought I was having a stroke there for a while. And I finally, I went to the hospital, had everything done, a mental health evaluation, physical, everything. They told me absolutely nothing was wrong. And then that's when I realized, okay, I can actually communicate with these things,
Right.
So
it's a borderline of crazy and paranormal. They go hand in hand.
Yeah. But that's why I thought I wanted this, you to be a part of this and explain yourself and your story, because you are gaining popularity all the time, obviously, the more you do this. So for those who don't know, Katrina and her friends were actually at our paranormal symposium. And while at the symposium, she did a short presentation. And I know I had family members going, I have to book this woman. I want to hear more what she has to say. And then, they talk to other people and it goes on and on. So I'm just so glad that you were a part of that and that we're able to.
Thank you for inviting us very much, because that's exactly how I'm where I am. It's word of mouth. I don't have a website. I don't advertise. It's my forever friends, and I call you a forever friend after I've had the grace of speaking to your loved one in heaven. And what more can I say other than we're forever connected? And that's how it started. And they would tell their friends, and I think, I'm a businesswoman. I sold Girl Scout cookies and cars and homes, and it's all about that another person saying it. And I'm so happy to be a part of that.
Yes. And we're happy that you were a part of that. Now, let me ask you a question. In your journey, have you experienced more negative or positive from this?
By spirit or by my peers in the community? Because that's two different questions. I would say in spirit form, I got a badass spiritual team. They take such good care of me. And two incidents in particular, my son was going in to have surgery. And you're a mom. I don't even have to tell you what kind of anxieties that comes into, And we arrived at 4 something in the morning, and I don't go to hospitals because it's just overwhelming. They all seem to know you can talk to them without saying. 4 in the morning, I'm surrounded by the dead around my car, and I'm like, just give me a moment. I want to be with my son. And I looked up, and do you know that they were my forever friends, loved ones in heaven? I made them forever friends. I just started bawling. They were letting me know that they were going to take good care of him. So so it's not just forever friends on earth that I've been meeting. They're taking good care of me on the other side too. I have a video during Hurricane Harvey. Baytown, where I live, was destroyed. I am the only house. I got video. You can't see anything coming in, no electricity coming in from the outside of that, your meter. I went through every light, but I had electricity on my home, to watch TV and my refrigerator.
Oh, wow.
True story. My nose had been completely ripped off. I had a show that I was going to do in Vegas a couple of years ago. My brother gave me a hug. I was sitting down. He had one of those necklaces from Hawaii. And when he came up, it ripped the whole tip of my nose off. I really thought that it was on the ground. These two pieces, the only thing was my cartilage. I got photos of that too.
Yeah.
I had a dream that spirit touched my nose, and I got a picture of the next day, and this is what it looks like. And you can't even tell. People can't tell, but I'm just telling you the truth. These are true things. So I'm not scared of the spiritual part of it. Now, the peers on this earth, I've had some pretty bad, I've been to a house where there was a serial killer. That's why I carry this everywhere I go now. I am licensed to carry my weapon.
A live serial killer.
A real life serial killer.
Right. Yeah.
He was alive. So there's some things that in that part that I'm scared of, and I'm involved in some government programs that are secret. I don't just, how would I put this? I'm not out to just make money. I have to feed my family. I have to pay my bills. But I give a lot. I help with missing children and cold cases. I just don't advertise it because the stories that I get and the help that, how do I choose who gets that help?
Right.
So currently we have 54 children that we have found and brought home or located in this team that I'm on, and I am very thankful. It's called Remote Viewing Angels. And so I just us talking about the business I do, I also want to inform the things that I do on the side to help mankind and cold cases and murders and things like that. And
she does a lot people don't even know. Well, yeah, she does much more than anyone could ever imagine.
We're helping humanity.
Yeah.
You are too. Giving evidence of spirit communicating. How can not anybody want to know where they came from and where they're about to go? I think it's the beginning and the end of the work that we're doing.
I think that's truly amazing. What you just told me about finding children and helping and all that. That's truly amazing, because it is unfortunate that there are people out there who I do believe have been given gifts and take advantage of those who are in need of some kind of a help, or just to hear something from their family member, and something to give them hope that everything is okay. And
that's exactly what it is. They coexist with us.
Yes.
And you know that yourself, because you got a little message at the symposium.
Yes.
And half of my messages that I love requires you to ask a family member to confirm it. That gets another person to go, wow, they're reaching out to us and they love us and they're there. And that, what did I tell you? Let me know when you get it, because there's somebody that is there. I never go back of what I hear, because you're going to figure it out, and they do know. And I love that. It's not something that was on your Facebook account. It wasn't something that you Twitter. It's only
it was something that I didn't even remember. And and I was sitting there the rest of the time. I was just sitting there like, who is this message for? I could not for the life of me remember. And then when I did, I was like, oh, I'm in shock. Because as a sensitive myself, I have pushed away a lot of this because of the amount of problems that I have had with experiences. And so you tend to kind of forget important things that have happened along the way. And I think I kind of pushed
the way. Yeah, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
But up there is no time frame, and they know from the beginning till tomorrow. I get people telling me things that are going to happen in the future, not because I can do it. And I say this so clearly, if I could do it, I would go to every state and play the lottery, or I'd go to Vegas. I can't. It's your loved ones.
I was actually going to say that in all of this, like this, when I was getting stuff repeatedly, one of the things that I think one of my sons actually made a joke and said, well, how come you can't win the lotto? Or how come you don't know this, you know? And I'm like, I can't get messages for myself. And I
Right.
can't, it's always for somebody else. And
Yeah.
I have to go to someone else to get a message for me. I don't know why, but that's how it, you know, that's how it worked for me anyway.
A lot do state that. I get messages for me and my family and my friends. The thing of it is I'm not sure if it's my own because I know them so well, but they always seem to, it's right on the button and it
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
And here's another one. I recently, for the last year and a half, will experience a certain thing that I can detect that there's going to be a earthquake. I don't know how come or why, but every single time that I experience it, we have one. And I have a text message that I sent Rody right before the big one in California.
Just the other day, it
Oh,
blows my
wow.
mind. She said we're going to have a big one.
It's weird.
Next 24 hours.
Another thing, while I'm traveling, I can tell you within 10 miles that there's going to be a cross coming up.
And we've taken 2 trips again this year, and that's correct. We even documented it this time because last year we didn't. Yeah.
Here's a really odd, now this happened the second time it's happened, because if you're sensitive and people that are out there, it's hard to detain. Sometimes I don't know if that is an actual person or spirit. And we were traveling to the Visca County,
Was it to Tombstone? Oh, Villisca.
No, we went to the Axe Murder House.
The Villisca.
We're driving and out of nowhere, I thought I ran over someone. I saw her in the middle. I can't even tell you where she appeared, but it looked like to me that she appeared on her hands and knees, crawling across the road. And I slammed on my brakes. We fishtailed everywhere. And I'm crying because I thought I ran over someone. And you won't believe we were within 15 feet of a cross.
Yeah, a cross. But
it was a male.
It was so
but I saw a girl. So I don't know what to tell you. That's really crazy. So
yeah.
What's crazy is she was so solid, Hazel. She slammed the brakes. Valerie and I looked up thinking we were hitting a car, and it was nothing there. It was
right.
I was crying. I was like, "Where is she?" And then we saw a cross right in front of us. It was just. So what I mean is it doesn't matter how much we work on this or how good we are. There's always room for additional and learning more. And they seem to, when I say I taught my spiritual team, they seem to let me know when I've graduated and then they give me another thing that I can learn.
That's awesome. Now, another thing that you do is you actually give messages from pets. Do you not?
I do.
I love that. I love that because I know so many people have fur babies. And this is their child. This is their family. So to lose that pet, it's traumatic, just as traumatic as losing a loved one. I mean, a human. So do you get like the same reaction from the people when you were able to give them?
I don't just talk to fur babies that are past. I can talk to your fur babies that are alive.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now let me explain that, okay? I know they can't talk to you. The animals, some are really primitive. They're just thinking about food. But I would say 3/4 of what I've experienced, there is a conscience behind there. And Rody lives in a complex that has many fur baby mommies, and they're out there. And I'm talking to one, and he tells me that he likes his people food, and she gives him a piece of chicken every time she goes upstairs. And another one, Rody's little puppy, she talks to me all the time, and and I walk in and I'm going, she goes, "How do I smell?" And Rody has just set up to have her go and get washed to get her nails done and stuff. So if your cat and dog tells me something that only you two will know, I'm comfortable telling you I'm talking to animals.
Yeah.
That's a baby. She's another fur baby. She rescues and helps.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
I remember.
awesome?
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll pick her straight up off the street to find a home for it.
Well, congratulations, because we need more like that. And to give them a voice, it's just, and they'll sit there and go really crazy until I tell them what's going on, and they literally will sit down and you won't hear nothing from them anymore. I got lots of my forever friends that have spoken to their fur babies.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I also wanted to ask about your paranormal investigating, how that goes for you. Because I know the norm is everybody's carrying equipment all the time and stuff like that. When I go into a place, yes, we do need the equipment for scientific evaluation. I mean, I get it. It's evidence. But I also like going into a place with nothing and just feeling the energy in the location. And I know these personal experiences can't be considered true evidence, but how do you do things?
Well, how we do, we have great equipment.
Mm-hmm.
We love EVPs. We have a DR60 SLS camera.
Tough box.
We have my Steve Huff box, Penelope. Not to mention many recorders, and we like to use both too, because I'm a scientist at heart. I dissect my readings all the time. I want to be able to prove and share and find out, and I am ignorant when it comes to history. I'm glad for that, so I don't know. We do two things. I like to write down the stuff that I have, that I get before we go in, and we go in with the equipment to try to get to collaborate that. We have had SLS cameras on me while we were at the Magnolia. You weren't at the Magnolia, but Valerie was, and he was going in and out of my breast, you know, like touching.
They're famous, the girls.
The girls always
get a
do.
shot of the girls.
There they are.
Okay, sorry, they're famous, the girls.
But when you get the
We all
SLS
love the
camera,
girls. Okay, we all love the girls.
but when you got a stick figure in the exact place that you're talking that you have, what better validation for anybody, scientist or a paranormal investigator that wants everything to happen? We know that those are out there too, right? But that is what we're out there to show, is proof of coexistence, and that's the word that I use. They're not locked away. I truly don't believe I have this big problem of, come on, let's go to the basement. That's where it is. I can be in the car and have them come to me. I don't feel like you have to go to a certain room to get that thing from them. And we've been able to get a lot of stuff just being out in the car while it's raining. It's tangible.
But part of that, Hazel, part of that is, and I mean, I haven't been doing it this long, what, about 8 years? I just met you.
That's a good time.
But I know, because I did it long enough before I met Katrina, part of the reason we get the evidence is her, because I can be with her anywhere and get stuff. And you know, it doesn't happen. You do investigations, sometimes you get nothing. So part of, I think we have a little bit of a head start or a little hand up that we're with her, because honestly, I've done it long enough before her and after her to know that that's why you can be anywhere. Not everyone, I don't think. Spirit is everywhere, but right? Would you agree with that?
It is.
The evidence because of you and.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that, but they say.
Yeah.
So what is one of y'all's favorite places that you've gone to investigate together where you've gotten some really awesome evidence?
We always get stuff when we go to Old Lavaca County Jail, and we pretty much.
Old Lavaca.
Oh, we love us some Deborah and
Lisa.
And Lisa, yes. That's the first place, because I don't let them touch me. We've stayed the night. I know the Pickmans very well. We've been to, in fact, I did a dinner with a medium for the city of Atchison's. So that was very honorable. Staying the night at places. I think it's at the Sally House. the Demon House in Gary, Indiana. I had been in before it was collapsed.
Miss Molly's.
Miss Molly's, yeah.
The dying on the stairs.
K2s, I know people have problems with it, but if I point to it and we got 5 or 6 of them in a line, and it was a cowboy, he liked the girls too. But if I'm pointing at a particular device and it goes off and it goes by the color you asked for it, I think these are things that even the most skeptic person has to pay attention and look and see that something is going on here. And that's what we're out there to do. All of us in the paranormal world are trying to find tangible evidence that existence occurs on the other side.
Right.
Hand to God, that's true. 5 K2s, hand to God, Hazel. Make this one go to yellow, make this one go to red. I mean, she glossed over that. Hand to God, that truly, I saw it in my own eyes.
Yeah. Right. No, I believe it. Because, I mean, I haven't experienced as much as you when it comes to doing this during paranormal investigations. I do a lot of home investigations. I like to help people with the problems, but I've gone into many homes now that I'm more sensitive, and I've been able to say, this is what I'm seeing, or this is whom I'm seeing. And then for them to say, oh my God, that's my Uncle Joe, or that's my uncle this, and I haven't heard from him in so long. And that to me, it makes me feel good. Because at that point, they're no longer scared, and they're actually glad that they reached out and called. Now, this doesn't ever happen. I mean, doesn't ever happen. It doesn't happen often. But when it does, I am truly happy to be able to help the family in need.
It is. And it never gets old. Even to this point, yesterday, a woman contacted me after her reading of learning something that she had to call up a family member and say, oh my God, it's true. And you know what I got? I'm like, man, that's super awesome. You know, your loved ones are awesome. And I do get praises by people saying that I'm great, but please understand, I am just the reader. I am not the author of that book. I didn't know what words to say without them telling me to say it. They're the true winners.
Right. And that's beautiful. That's actually something very beautiful for people to know.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being on this episode so very much, but I want you to let people know where they can contact you in case they do want a reading or any events that you might have that are coming up.
I'm going to push that over here to Rody. Okay. I'll let Rody tell you all that.
Okay.
The Facebook page is Katrina Spiritual Medium. 3 words. Just go there, drop a line, look at some of the stuff. Instagram, Katrina Spiritual Medium, right?
With the _.
Yeah. And that's all testimonials from Forever Friends.
I have almost 400 testimonials, and that's just the people that want to step out and say, because I get a lot of people that are hiding, and that's okay, because we're not here to take on the church. I'm not here to fight and crusade. But I think that it's important. I take copies of it so you know that it was actually them that posted it. And it just it's not to exploit them. It's to let others know how real it is. And maybe they might want a connection to someone that's been trying to knock on their door for a long time. I can't make them come. Please, everybody know, I can't force your loved ones to talk. You're the ones that call them in, and I'm just telling you what they say. So that's a good thing for us to keep in lines. And you can also find my services on Facebook, Medium, and book your own. Right now, I'm currently booking August. And we have
the 27th. You're going to be
June 27th, next Saturday. I'm going to be in South Bend, Indiana with Rick Bunch. This is our second dual readings together.
Saturday the 14th. Black Swan Inn. It's more like a mystical fair type thing, and Katrina will be there. We'll be there all day.
Oh, you want to know what we're going to do on that day? We're vendors, but stop by our area because I'm going to give a reading to anybody that stops by.
Yep.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I also make it clear when I say a reading, it's a little bit, it's not going to be a half-hour session or 15-minute session, but it's a little bit to let you know, 3 to 5 minutes, just to let you know that that somebody is talking to you. So we're going to be going periodically and doing that.
Clean Brothers.
The Clean Brothers, thanks to you. I'll be doing an overnight investigation with my team, October 12th. The 19th is they asked me back on the 19th, but that is a private.
Oh, okay.
That's not for anyone else.
And then the following Saturday, October 26th, is our yearly, we started it last year. We do a fundraiser for the jail. And so that's the Saturday before Halloween. Tickets are $65. You get Katrina, you get the 101 equipment with Leroy tutorials, and we have a spread of food. We don't just have Kool-Aid in a pack of Oreos. We got some food there.
Yes,
so,
and everybody gets a little bit of
and
a
everyone
session.
gets a little reading and to investigate. And the money, it goes to the jail's restoration fund, and that's something close to our hearts.
It is. Plus, it's the first place I got a hickey. I forgot to say that because I don't let them touch me. I did. I got a hickey right on the boob at the Volusia County Jail. That's the truth.
I told you the girls are famous.
They really did. And I had it, so that's the first one, and they always like it when we stay the night. We got so much light play, and you know, you got to take the girls out of their bra, and they just love that. They really do. But it's like, well, you're just going to get to see some, you know. I can't worry about what they're getting to see. We're also going to be, we have an adventure going on in Las Vegas, and so excited. We're going to be sharing that a whole week in Vegas. But we're going to be, I got good friends at the Pioneer Saloon. That'll be my 3rd time there. And we're also going to be staying the night at the Clown Motel. So, yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
Plus, when we do readings, I want to explain when I do my shows, which another event will be coming up that we're going to be listing. It's on my Facebook account. I give readings to everybody that comes to my shows, not just a few. I give one right down to the other. So it's kind of like crack. I know it sounds bad, but I give you a little bit, hoping you're going to come back.
Oh, it's true.
I swear it's good.
So let me ask you, before I let you go, you do group readings for like families, like a family get together, family party?
Yes, I do. I do. Okay. Sessions, I do. And I have had many of them. So I suggest if it's a bunch of girls that want to get together and talk with things, then sometimes I'll be there for 6 days. I've done sessions with 6 hours, and each time a 30-minute reading for a person, 30-minute. They could be broken down any way that you want to. But if it's a family, I suggest a whole, because you're trying to contact 2 or 3 of the same people.
Right.
And met Elvis Presley this way. I've met a lot of
celebrities.
Really? Yesterday, I met Liz Taylor.
What?
I know, it's so crazy. I swear it's true.
Oh, if I didn't know her as well as I do, it would be hard to swallow. Okay.
True story.
She's the most honest
Lucille Ball. The 3rd time that I met her in heaven, she knew my name.
Oh, wow.
I came out crying. I was like, you remember me. It was so cool.
That's awesome. Okay, well, I just wanted to let people know that you are available for readings. You also do group family readings as well. All this information is on Facebook. And you can actually put, I believe, hashtag Forever Friends. And there is a bunch of posts on there that you can just find her that way. And thank you so much again, Katrina, for taking the time to do this with us.
Thank you.
Thank
I can give you my
so much.
email too before I leave. It's foreverfriendsbykatrina@gmail.com. So if you're interested in that way. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Rody, as well.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it so much. And I look forward to having you as the main medium at the Bayou City Paranormal Symposium #2. next year.
So honored.
And once we start advertising for that, I know you are going to sell out, girl. I know you're going to sell out.
Thank you so
She
much.
will. She will.
I won't let you down.
No,
Oh,
no.
I got a message for you. I don't mean this, but there's another baby coming to your family.
Another one. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Don't get, just yesterday, the people.
I'm on 234 babies that have been confirmed so far. I just want to let you know I've been told, and I'm being told it's going to be a boy.
Oh my gosh. I've actually been.
Do you have a son?
Yeah.
I have 3 sons.
Okay, it's the middle one. They just told me it's the middle one.
Oh, wow. I have.
Is he wanting a boy?
He actually didn't want any more children.
Oh.
Surprise.
That's pretty crazy. But
You know, I am so glad you brought this up, Katrina, because you just said that you have actually mentioned this to other people who have had children. I had 3 of my grandchildren came to me before they were born, told me their names, their date of birth, the sex, and the date that they, of course, the day that they were going to be born. I mentioned this to my sons, and of course, they all thought I was crazy. The wives were like, okay, and they hung up on me, like, I don't want to talk to you. However, each one was exactly as I said. So
awesome.
I was truly happy about that. So
amazing.
This makes me happy.
Yeah.
I can't give you a date, and I can't give you a name. You're better than me. I just can't do names.
That's okay. That was beautiful. Oh my God, I want to cry now.
Well, hopefully, just keep me updated, and that's what I love is, and sometimes people forget, and I have to, hey, we talked about that in your reading. Oh my God, I forgot. So that's how I get my little numbers. I just think it's beautiful because you know that they're telling you that loved ones are on their way.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
That just made my whole month.
I'm so happy, and thank you for having us. It was an awesome experience.
Thank you again, Rody, and for everything you do to help Katrina out, and keep sharing all your stuff because I really enjoy looking at where you guys are going and what you're up to.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
I do.
I be thinking that I'm bugging people when we do this. They don't want to know.
No, not at all. Well, at least not me. I'm really interested in that stuff because I have not been to the Velisca house yet. So that was really interesting. And I saw that you guys just went to the Birdcage Theater. I have been there in the past, but not as a paranormal investigator. I visited there in the past.
And we had the place
all to ourselves.
That's awesome.
Steve Huff had it all. It was just me, his wife, and Rody and us. And the stuff that I got there and backed it up. That was pretty cool.
Well, did you watch the video Steve put up of it on his YouTube channel? All the evidence? Oh, it's up there. You should watch it.
They were telling me about the boys that were a special commodity. They didn't just have women there for the sex slave stuff. They also had boys. And it was so crazy. We were able to get it on the background. So we had some weird stuff come up.
So where do we look up to be able to see that, Rody?
Huff Paranormal on YouTube, and it's going to be about the 5th one from the newest one up, and it says Birdcage Secrets Revealed or something like that. That's
exactly what it says.
Yeah, it's really good. All the evidence is there.
And you can also check out one of my videos with Huff. I think we got 160-some thousand views. Is when I was down there and giving him a reading. So he recorded his reading, and that was very nice of him. He didn't have to do that. So people like to see the style that comes in. I like to let them know how it works. And we're going to be doing more stuff. So look out. I guess we're going to flood it.
Yeah, we are.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. This was a lot of fun.
At Symposium number 2.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.